Hello there everybody, Sam'sTrains here, welcome back to the Railway and welcome to a very brand new series of live streams. And welcome to everyone that's already in the chat. Thank you all very much for turning up. So yeah, another brand new series. It hasn't really been terribly long, has it? It's been, I would guess, a little bit over a month maybe since the last one. So I've not left it too long, but I think, well, it suits me. Hopefully that suits everybody else. If you're sick and tired of the live streams, do let me know down in the chat. Anyway, if you were around this time last year when I did my series of streams over the summer, you might remember that I didn't do them every week. In fact, I just did them sort of once a month or perhaps once or twice a month. And the reason is that over the summer, obviously, the weather's quite nice outside and I don't particularly want to use up every single Sunday in a month. Or particularly, I don't really want to use your Sundays in a month. So I spread it over the summer so that we can enjoy the weather as well. I mean, us train enthusiasts don't always do that sort of thing. But we should, and I'm going to promote that. And also, of course, it makes the series last a little bit longer. So, yeah, they're not going to be every week, so don't sort of try and tune in next week. Not that you'll be able to or anything. I don't know why I'm bothering to say it, but yeah, there will be dates posted on my social media pages, which you can find down in the description. Lee Kerwin, thank you very much for the donation. That's very kind of you. And you were officially the first of the series, so very well done. Alright, so how's everybody doing? I did want to say a quick, well, shout out / thank you to Greg Phillips, who apparently has stayed up wherever he is in the world. I'm not 100% sure, but apparently it's 1 o'clock in the morning or something like that for him at the moment. Which is absolutely crazy, but I appreciate the dedication, so that's very good of you. And yeah, I hope you enjoy it, Greg, and if you're able to stay awake through it, let us know. If he disappears in the chat, folks, that means he's fallen asleep, so we'll keep an eye on him. Right, so Alexandra, oh, that's a new name, Zigara, I think it is. He says hi, so hi to you too. Welcome. Sam, you left your sync running. Did I really? Does that mean I'm out of sync? Let's check. Which is absolutely crazy, but I appreciate the dedication. Is it? That's very good of you. And, yeah. I can't actually tell. The problem is because oh, hello, Jason Briggs. Thank you very much for that. Yeah, because I don't want to sort of use up too much of my bandwidth, I put really low quality on my iPad here so that I'm not sort of using up too much internet. So I can't actually tell whether it's out of sync. But if it's badly out of sync, let me know. Oh yes, a few people are saying it is. Okay, don't go anywhere. I will be right back with the magic of, well, switching it off and switching it back on again. Hopefully we can fix it. Okay, I'll be right back. Okay. Well, that was a very highly promising start. Whether the rest of the series is promising will depend on whether we're now in sync or not. So do let me know in the chat. Okay, anyway, so who else is here for a shout out? I might as well carry on with the shout outs until I know whether or not it's actually working now. By the way, I'm hoping to get rid of this computer that's down here. Where is it? This thing here. It's this thing's fault here that the sync happens when it's at maximum capacity, as it were. It drops frames and it gets out of sync. So I'm going to replace it. So yeah, part of the donations are going to go towards a new computer eventually. Hopefully ready for the next series. Hey, people are saying it's much better. Well, thank goodness for that. Okay, so let's talk about this series then. Lots of people have been asking what's going to be cracking off, so I might as well let you know straight away. So it's going to be a bit of the usual stuff. There are some train fairs coming up. In fact, I think before the next episode there's a couple of train fairs coming up, so I'm hoping to buy some goodies for those and show them on stream, because I know people like to see that. Well, I hope they do, because I do it a lot, don't I? There's going to be a review at some point if that's what people want to see. Let me give me a shout in the chat if a review is something you'd like to see. Obviously I'm going to be showing your photos and videos and things via Instagram, so get tagging Sam'sTrains on Instagram if you want to have some of those shown. I will be doing that today. Any name gamer rather says hi, and there was somebody else that super chatted, I noticed, just as I switched the stream off to reset it, so I will get to you later on, whoever you were. Thank you very much for that. I heard the sound but I didn't see who it was. BA Films, can I have a shout out please? Yes, you can. Caleb Christ, that's an interesting second name if that's real, says, buy a big boy. I have been looking into it, but people have put me off the River Rossi one now. They say it's quite an old model that dates back to the 70s, I think they said. And if that is the case, I'm not sure 300 odd quid is really reasonable for that. Dancing Turtle 9, thank you very, very much for that. I appreciate your support big time. Thank you very much. Right, so I better talk then about some of the things that are happening over this series, because there's quite an exciting announcement. So as you can tell by the mooing noises and things, Super Chat is enabled, and if you're not familiar with that, it's a little $sign down in the chat, which allows you to donate just small amounts of money really, nothing major, towards the channel, and it helps to keep. Here we go again. Scoobert Doobert says, A up to you too, and thank you very much for the support. Anyway, yes, as I say, it allows you to support the channel, it keeps the channel in business, it keeps new videos coming out. So if you enjoyed the channel, if you watch it quite often, and you'd like to see it continue, and you want to support it, then that is the way to do it. Brendan UP 1995, he says, can't wait to see more great models, Sam. Well, thank you very much. I can't wait. There's a lot announced. And hopefully we'll be looking at some more new models pretty soon. And the Ugly Duck Man, he says, good to be back. Tank engines, let's have Bill and Ben on a goods train. That's a very good idea, and I will certainly do that. So as the Ugly Duck Man has just done, you can send in a request if you want to make your donation very generously, $5 or more, or £5 or more, whatever currency, then you get to pick any loco in my collection. Thank you very much, William Town. Can you please run Tornado with a large rake of Pullmans with a Class 47 banking at speed, please? Have I done that before? That seems quite familiar, that. Either way, yes, I can certainly do that. Thank you for that. So yeah, if you want to send in £5 or more, you get to choose any loco from the collection with any rolling stock, and you get your little moment on air, yeah, to have your request run. Now, as always, I do giveaways, okay? And everybody that sends in a super chat at all throughout the series is going to get entered for the giveaway. Now, in the past, I have given away Bullmans, which is basically a cow on a Lomac. I know that's very nice, but that's not necessarily everybody's idea of a good prize. Let's see, I've given away a shunter's truck, which was a nice piece of rolling stock, not worth an awful lot though. I've given away a Ginty before, which is quite a basic little loco. So for the first time ever, I've decided that I'm going to up the stakes a little bit and give away something worth quite a lot. So, are you ready? I would ask people to guess, but yeah, I think I might have slightly spoiled the surprise earlier. But so either way, the prize for this series is this. It is going to be a Drummond 700 class from Hornby, and yes, one lucky winner is going to get this at the end of the series. So what can I say about this? It's worth £124, 90 something, although obviously that doesn't much matter because I'm going to be giving this away. It's a very, very decent model. If you haven't seen my review already, there is a review of it. I picked this one mainly because it's a really good quality model, and the loco itself has got quite a lot of die cast on it. In fact, I think the bulk of the body on this loco is made of die cast. Not made of die cast, people have told me off for saying that. Yes, it's true, it should just be die cast. And yeah, they're really, really decent models, and I just thought, you know, for a change, I'm going to give away something valuable, something expensive this time. So I hope you enjoy that. And Dancing Turtle 96, can you please run a Black 5 with, what was that? With as many LMS coaches as it can manage. So not many then, is what you mean. But yes, I can certainly do that, and thank you for the support. So all of you guys, even though I hadn't announced it at the time, you're all going to be entered to win the Drummond 700 class, and good luck. In fact, you've got until August the 18th to enter, so no rush, although you can enter every episode if you'd like to. And Long Sight, thank you very, very much. How about a Super D? That's an odd loco worth running, an 080. It certainly is, and I will definitely do that for you. Thank you for the support, and good luck with the competition. So there we go. Alright, so on the subject of requests then, let's put this to one side. I will show you some of the things that I have got set up, because the engineers, obviously, if you become a Sam'sTrains member, you do get some free requests. So I've already got some, and I will show you them right now. So there we go. Oh, Jasper Topham, thank you very much for that. Any relation to Mr. Topham hat at all? Please run the Alton Hall tonight with red coaches. If we have time, Jasper, I could certainly do that. So, on the outside line, a loco that I absolutely love, and I gave it a glowing review, and since then it's barely appeared at all, so I'm really glad this one's on the channel again. So this is a request from good old Phil Jackson, who, by the way, I ought to give a shout out to, because he is my longest surviving, I've said it again, I didn't ought to use the word surviving because it sounds like the rest have all died. I promise there is no danger of death if you join the Sam'sTrains membership. But no, Phil has been around the longest. Sideways 66779, thank you very much for that. I did just miss your message. Right, so we put, hello Sam, how are you? I'm very good, thank you. Can you do Percy pulling some milk tankers, including Tidmouth Milk and the Queen Mary? Ooh, that's a very good idea. And RWS NWR12, I think that's a new name. He says, love your channel. If you're into custom models, feel free to visit mine. Eh? Visit yours? Yeah, cool. Drop me an email and I'll certainly have a look. Right, so anyway, back to the task at hand. It was Phil Jackson who requested the J36 Maud and 2 Caledonian coaches, to be specific. And of course that loco has got the DCC sound, or rather the TTS sound. So if I just pop in here, I can turn that on for us. I don't know if you'll hear this. Let me know if you can hear it or not. I hope so. In fact, if I do a whistle, you'll definitely hear it. Are you ready? Oh dear. That one always sounds like it's got some phlegm caught in its throat or something, doesn't it? Sounds like a gremlin trying to sing, doesn't it? Either way, so that's the Maud. We'll get her going in just a second. Then on the middle line, we have a request from Lego Master 365, who also wanted to see the Black 5, so she's popular today, with a long line. Now, I don't know what long line means. Presumably he means coaches, or possibly he meant wagons, I'm not sure, with a pannier tank banking, and you might not be able to see it, but there is a pannier at the back. You will see it in a second. And then Paul Lawrence, also thank you Paul Lawrence for your request, and let me just run and see who that was, giggling to myself. He wanted to see the J50 and the J15, and yep, I did miss it. Blimey, I'm getting exercise today. Robert Osborne, a class 47 with goods. Okay, I can absolutely do that. And to everybody, thank you so much for the support. In fact, I've been inundated, haven't I? That's crazy. Thank you all very, very much for your kind support, and I will be getting to all of these requests. If not today, then next time, but they will all be done. Rest assured. Okay, so here we go then with old Maud. Let's get her started. Hopefully. Now the good thing is, it's deafeningly loud for me, but hopefully through the microphone, because the microphone's right next to my face, it shouldn't pick her up too much. But if it is hurting anybody's ears, I'm very, very sorry in advance. There goes the Black 5, and yes, you can see the pannier. It's the Railway Children pannier, by the way, if you're interested. I suppose most people might know, but if not, oops. And then we have the 2 LNER locos, going the wrong direction, but there we go. So there we go, thank you for those requests. We'll have a look at them go, shall we? See what they're looking like. Right, where are we? Let's have a split screen and catch up with everybody. Right, there we go. Okay, shall we have a close look at the LNER doubleheader? Because I like this. So the J50 and the J15, I think probably some of Hornby's best LNER models. I love those. How do I become a member, says Alexandra. There should be a button underneath that says join. You might have to go onto the PC though to do it. I'm not 100% sure. There's also a link in the description as well that allows you to join. It's £5 a month or $4.99 a month or something like that, and you get all sorts of different perks. You get early access to all my videos, you get an exclusive members only stream every month, and that happened just on Thursday, and you also get a free request in every series. So yeah, it's reasonably good value, I would say, and there's also behind the scenes content too. Look at that. So I hope that length of coaches was okay for you. Obviously it's not terribly long, that, but I obviously don't want to be spending too long trying to get them back off again at the end. Otherwise it would get a bit slow and tedious. I'm not doing very well here at tracking the engines. I managed to do about 3 cuts there and missed them all. Merlin 110777. He says, love your vids, Sam, keep them up. Keep them up. As for my request, can you run a Class 55 high mech with a Black 5, and what else was that? And some BR Mark 1 coaches. Yes, I can do that, and thank you very, very much for that generous donation, Merlin. That is a big help. Hey, I tell you what, we'll be able to get this new computer pretty quick at this rate. And Lee Kerwin, can you please run Mallard, Flying Scott, or Tornado? Oh, that's a choice. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for the support. Lee, I can certainly try that. All right. Well, oops, looks like Maud has just gotten away. I'll bring these to a stop then, because we've actually got quite a lot of stuff to run now, which is, well, it's good news for you, because you get lots of engines to see and things. But it's bad news, well, it's bad news for my legs, I suppose, because I've got to run about and sort them all out. But hey, I wouldn't be doing anything else. It's all good fun to me. Right, so I've set Maud into reverse, so hopefully she won't have to go all the way around the loft again. That would be nice. Well done, Maud. That was a very nice performance. And yeah, I need to come up with a few more excuses to run her a bit more often, because she's absolutely gorgeous. Right, well, I might as well take Maud off while I'm waiting for the others, although I think they're about here, aren't they? There we go. Oops, a bit naughty there to just steal her off the track without switching off the sound, but no, that's all right, not to worry. Okay, And I'll tell you what, we'll go for a break later on, and I'll take these off, the rest of them off, that is, in the break, so as you don't all have to sit and watch me do it. Although, at some point you will have to sit and watch me do it, because there's going to be more than one lot, isn't there? But that's all right. Okay, so let's take a look at some of your pictures and things then. So there's lots of ways for you. What am I saying here? That made no sense. Right, so there are lots of ways for you to send in your pictures for me to look at. Right now I'm going to do some Instagram, and as I said, just tag me, hashtag Sam'sTrains on Instagram, and I will be able to get your pictures there. Nova Blaze, $5 through Super Chat. Thank you very much. Thanks for keeping me interest in model railways alive. Hope this helps to keep me... sorry, I disappeared too quick. Tell you what, my eyes are getting worse, aren't they? Right, hope this helps to keep up the great work. There we go. I'm sorry I made a complete hash of reading that out, Nova, but thank you very, very much for the support, and good luck in the competition. Okay, so yeah, Instagram, just tag me on there if you want to, if you want me to look at it on stream. Also, if you want to send a physical something, such as a letter or a drawing or a photograph that you've printed, you can send it to my PO box, which is just there. There we go. So hopefully you've got plenty of time this time, because obviously it's not going to be every week. So you've got lots of time to send me something in the post, and then I can open it on the stream, which should be quite exciting. And then, as always, there is the Wall of Fame, and I'm going to be showing some Wall of Fame stuff. All you do with that is just email me your photos, drawings, anything like that to samstrains@outlook.com. There's the email address down in the description, and I'll show those in a future stream. So for now, though, let's take a look, shall we, if we can, at some Instagram. I will just refresh this because I know I did a little bit of a shout out, and I need to make sure that you can see it. There we go. Can you see it? Yes, you can. So let's take a look at the most recent there. I won't look at mine, obviously. Okay, so what is this? Jason and Thomas, just me and Daniel's trains. Wow, that looks like quite a monster layout, actually. And there's James, obviously. Well, I'm not surprised to see James, because he sneaks his way more or less into everything he's involved in, doesn't he? Lee Kerwin, thank you very, very much. Can my wife and kids Sophie and Sam, have a shout out? Yes, they absolutely can. Hello, and thank you very much for watching, and thank you once again, Lee, for the support. That's very much appreciated. And well done, Jason and Thomas, for this very, very cool photo. I like that. Yeah, I like the second loco in the background. Now, this looks absolutely terrifying. Blimey, where was this? Right, which face do you prefer, the first or second? Oh, okay. Right, folks, this is one for the chat. Are we going for this one, number 1, or this one, number 2? Ooh, tricky. So you've got this hellish travesty, that's number 1, that will literally give you nightmares for the rest of your life. Or number 2, which isn't, well, it's not the least creepy thing I've ever seen, but I think it's certainly a little bit less terrifying. So there we go. I'm going to go for number 2, I think. Although I must say I do like this one just because of how scary it is. I suppose if there is a technique to stop kids climbing on these things, then that's a clever one, because certainly no kid's going to go within a mile of that, are they? Oh, there's more. We've got another one. Oh, blimey. It looks like his face is melting, doesn't it? Although the rest of him looks pretty good. That looks a lot like Thomas. And then we've got the Hunslet Austerity, it looks like. Very nice. What are people saying? Yeah, everybody's saying too. And if anybody is scarred for life by what you've just seen on my stream, I should say that I take no responsibility for it. Oh, we've got a video here from Craigley the second, I guess, having some fun with some older stuff. All right, let's find out what it is. Is it playing? Yes. Ooh, okay. Well, it looks like an American, is this O gauge? It's really difficult to get a sense of the scale, isn't it? I don't think it's O gauge. Looks pretty large, though. Very good, though. That's very cool. Thank you for tagging me in that. Oh, what was that? We have AZ Rail. Good evening, Sam. Hope it's a good stream. Thank you. I hope it is too. It was a bit of a rough start because we had a bit of audio sync, but then again, that's pretty usual, isn't it, really, for me? But yeah, I hope so too. And thank you for the support you are entered, of course, for the competition. Ooh, look at those. Now, this has caught my eye. Let's see. Right. Oh, the German then. I was going to say they're American, but yeah, actually, looking at them, they don't look American. So yeah, I'm going to assume that they're German, and looking at the hashtags, yeah, they look like they're Marklin. So very, very impressive, those, and it looks like a cracking collection. Now, here it looks like we've got a Terrier having a tete-a-tete with some larger tender engines. I hope nothing got too violent. The Bluebell Squad, there we go. So perhaps they're not having a tete-a-tete then. Maybe they're just having a nice civilised conversation. This is pretty cool. I like this one. The Splendid Red Engine 5. Henry and his brother. Is it a Black 5 then? Very nice. Well, Henry looked pleased. Henry does look pleased, so either that, well, either he likes having his photo taken, or he's pleased to be with his brother, I guess. Oh, Matt Ovell, loved your robot video. Great to have the live series back. Thank you very much, and glad you liked the robots. They were a lot of fun. Well, they were fun to build. I hope you enjoyed seeing them. Train Dude 456, good day, Sam. Can you show the Berkshire locomotive and the S100 Army tank acting as a banker? Which one's that one? The S100 Army tank. Oh, is that the? I'm not 100% sure. Is that the USA Doc tank? I will look it up. In fact, let's do that now, shall we? So I don't absolutely cock it up. S100 was it? Army tank. Yes, I was right. I think it is. Yes, in which case I can certainly do that. Oh yeah, I see why you're calling it an army tank, because mine's in the LMR. Ah, I'm with you. Yes, I can do that. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. And oh, we've got some drawings. Better look at these. Are these all from the same person? The Imperial Diamond Spinosaurus. I think so. Okay, so we've got an A1. Let's rate the drawing out of 10, please. Anybody that gives less than, oh, I think 8 is going to be booted off, so be very careful. I think that's pretty good. And look, I love how there's like a separate piece of paper for the tender, as though he's like, oh no, there's no tender. Oh well, let's just get a second piece of paper and add one. That's very good. I like that. Oh, we've got a P2, is it? Or perhaps yeah, it is a P2. A fictional P2, really? Oh, he's blurred the name. That's suspicious. I'd love to know what it was called then. Was it something rude? I don't know. And then we have a 121 bubble car, all with colour this time, completed 13th of February 19. Well, that's very, very awesome. Very well done with those. I must say, with complete honesty, you're definitely better at drawing than I am. It's not very hard to do that, but you certainly are, there's no doubt about that. Okay, we've got lots of high scores. We have 10, 9, 8, 10, oops, 7, the endless rant, getting a bit close to the mark there. Long sight, come on now, be generous. Or be honest, rather. And we've got an 11 there from Perpetuum Mobile, so that's good, I agree with that. Yes, top-notch drawings there. You've definitely got an artist's career lined up, I would have thought, with that. Very cool. All right. So, next section then is something I like to do. It's where I pick a few models that I'm really excited about reviewing and more or less spoil the surprise for them. So here we go. Get your fingers ready in the chat and let me know what you think about some of these, because I'm pretty excited about them. So the first one is is a continuation of my slight obsession with brake vans at the moment, and this is one that quite a few people recommended in the couple of brake van unboxings I've already done. So here we go. That's what it is. It is one of the Toad LNER brake vans. I'm not going to go any closer than that, because if I give you too much of a close look at it, it's going to spoil the review. But yeah, that's one I'm really looking forward to. Hornby, of course, and yes, it's about time I did a Hornby brake van, because I've now done a Bachmann and an Oxford one. So yep, need to complete the trio and do a Hornby one. So it looks really good, by the way. It looks really solid. So yeah, it's been difficult not to get this out of the box. I've had it a little while now, but before very long, it will be out. And yep, I'll upload a review. People keep popping up and saying Big Boy. If Big Boy is something people want me to see, I might save up and try the Broadway Limited Imports version, because they look fantastic, and I have heard a lot of really top-notch reviews for those. And well, just from the comments really, everyone seems to think they're great. So yeah, I will look at that. Then, woo. Ern and Fred donated $1.99 through Super Chat. Blimey, well thank you Ern and Fred. Can you run the Mallard while pulling old trains? Yes, I can definitely give that a try. And for anyone else that wants to send in a request, just make it $5 or £5 or more, and I can certainly do that. And I've got lots to do, so I've definitely got a challenge. Anyway, here's the next one. It's been a little while since I have done a Hornby Railroad review, so here's one. This is one that came out last year. It's an LNER B17, 460 loco from the LNER, of course. You probably can't see it too much there. I bought this one from Collett's Models, I think. It was pretty cheap. I can't remember how much now. It was, I think, less than £70, or probably about £70, I think. But yeah, I've heard good things about this. It looks pretty decent for a railroad model. So yeah, that's one I'm looking forward to getting out. We'll have to do that one quite quick. Well, not quick, but yeah, I don't want to leave it in its box too long, because it does seem a shame, doesn't it? So that's that. And then finally, here's another really, really interesting one. We have this, which is not ideal really for showing on stream, because it's so tiny. It's a little tiny Wickham trolley, and I've always wanted one of these, because you know, they've got so much character to them, haven't they, really? Yeah, you can almost imagine a little sort of name on the side, can't you, in it, as a Thomas and Friends character. I don't know what you'd call it. Matt, I suppose. So there we go. Yep, a Wickham trolley by Bachmann, quite inexpensive. I bought this from Hatton's, quite cheap, and yeah, I'm gonna probably really enjoy reviewing this. It looks great. It looks really cool, and yeah, probably one of the tiniest locos I will ever review. In fact, the engine part of it, I'm not 100% sure where the engine is, but I think it's in. Slide my finger along. I think it's in that bit there, which would make it even smaller than the Gandhi Dancer, I think. So very, very impressive stuff. If it works, of course, although I have seen one working. My friend TARDIS Rescue, or Dan from TARDIS Rescue, has got one, and he did bring it over here once, and it did work. So yes, if mine does too, I'll be a very happy bunny. All right, cool. So that's it. Yeah, that's just 3 of the models I'm really looking forward to reviewing. Obviously, I enjoy every review I do, but those are 3 that stand out more or less. What about the railgun? Yes, I'm looking forward to that, says Green Engine Production. That's not out yet. Well, it is out, obviously, but the one I'm buying isn't out yet. I'm going to buy the Bosch Buster one with the Dean Goods. Is it the Dean Goods? Yeah, it's the Dean Goods. So I'm waiting for that one. But yeah, hopefully that'll be really good. Hey, I think Bachmann makes a trolley with DCC sound. Really? One of those 00 ones? That's insane. Williamtown has sent something in a language that I don't recognise, so I'll have to translate that at some point. It does make me wonder whether he's saying something naughty. So whether I actually translate that on stream or not, I don't know. But if there's anyone who does recognise that language, it looks like Spanish or Italian at a guess. Let me know, or if it's rude, perhaps don't, and I'll find out on my own. Sam, you're looking majestic, says Spooferfoot742. Well, thank you. I've never been called majestic before. Is there anything particularly majestic about me? I don't know. Is it the shirt? I quite like the shirt, I suppose. I wouldn't go as far as to say it's majestic, but if you would, then I appreciate it. Thank you. Cool. Collins TV Tube, can you show my picture on Facebook? If you sent it via a Facebook message, I will look and get it. I probably won't show your Facebook account on stream, obviously, because that's a bit of a privacy nightmare, isn't it? But I'll get it for next time and hopefully show it you. Cool. All right, so shall we go for a little break then? I'm going to have to really scramble and get these engines and things off the track, and I will set up some more requests. What I will do first of all, though, is just get into the super chats and take a look at who's sent them so far and thank everybody, and also note down some of the requests I've got to do. All right, let's have a look then. So what shall we do first? Shall we go through and thank everybody first? My word, I tell you what, there have been a lot. Thank you very much to everybody. So the master list then. So Lee Kerwin, Jason Biggs, Phil Jackson, Brendan UP1995, and there is one that I missed. Phil Jackson I think I might have missed. So he says, as promised earlier, yes, you've got, well, I've done one for you, but I will look into any more that you might have sent me, because I do remember something about that. Brendan UP1995, Any Name Gamer 12345, Dancing Turtle 96, Scoobert Doobert, Brandon UP 1995 again, he says, oh yes, I did read that one out. Williamtown, yes, I read that one. The Ugly Duck Man. Scary. Colin Wykes, oh blimey Colin, thank you very, very much for that. As always, I really appreciate your support, Colin. Thank you for that, and let me know your request if you've got one. Email it to me, because I might miss it in the chat otherwise. Right, who else was it? Yep, Williamtown, The Ugly Duck Man, Dancing Turtle 96, Long Sight. Oh yes, you asked for the Super D, I'll definitely do that. Lego Master 365, Jasper Topham, Sideways 66779, RWS rather, NWR 12, Robert Osborne, Merlin 10777, I think I did read yours out, yes I did. Lee Kerwin again, Nova Blaze, Lee Kerwin again, blimey Lee, oh yeah that's right, yes, I give your kids Sophie and Sam a shout out, there you go, if you're still watching I'll give you another. AZ Rail, Matt Ovell, Train Dude 456, Ern and Fred, and Williamtown again with his very cryptic Spanish message. A little bit weird that, but I'm sure it was very nice and full of compliments. Okay, so let's get this pen ready and let's take a look. So it was Williamtown was first. I'll put William T, he'll know who I mean. Tornado. I'll put Pull for Pullmans. And then the 47, yes, I can do that definitely, that's fine. Duckman. Oh, that's a good idea. Yes, he wants to see Bill and Ben with the goods train. Bill and Ben with goods. Yep, that's definitely doable. And, oh, Dancing Turtle 96. I'll just put D Turtle. Hopefully that won't go down the wrong way. Black 5, yep, that's all right. I've got the Black 5 out already. How handy is that? With LMS coaches. Yes. Tell you what though, that's less good, because if we look over there, you can see, yep, the LMS coaches are already being stolen by the Stania loco there. The Stania, is it a class 4? I think so, yeah, 4p tank or something like that. So I'll have to steal those, but that's absolutely fine. So go and get yourself some refreshments if you like, and recover from that horrifying picture of Thomas that we saw on Instagram. Again, apologies if anyone no longer sleeps again after that. And I'll be back as shortly as I can with some more requests. All right, cool. Okay, I'll be right back, folks. Cheers, everybody. Ooh, blimey. I tell you what, it's gotten very, very hot up here. I didn't think it was so much of a hot day. But yeah, I've been charging around like a madman, and I have actually managed to sort it out. I don't know if anyone was timing that. I think that was under 5 minutes, which has to be something of a record. Anyway, welcome back, folks. Welcome back. What have I done with my piece of paper? Here it is. Sorry, it's probably not very professional to, to just disappear like that. There we go, I've got my sheet. So there we go, yeah, hope you're all refreshed and ready to go again. And as I said before, we went, thank you for everybody that has sent in super chats, and you all are entered in to win this beautiful Drummond 700 class. And yes, I hope you're enjoying the fact that we've actually got a really good prize this time. Well, I think it's a really good prize. And there are a lot of people that say, oh, I wish I had my own locos and things, you know, but I can't afford them. Well, hopefully this is a good way to get started. And if you like this idea and you'd like to see more locos, or maybe even a train set, then do let me know, and I can certainly look into that for future streams and things. Okay, so I'm going to get started with these requests in just a second, but first of all, as promised, I thought I would show a few Wall of Fame entries. So where are they? Here we go. So these are some that got, well, they got sent to me over the last few weeks since the last stream, so here we go. I'm struggling to get them all. There we go. There's not that many, actually. I don't know why I'm struggling. And as always, if you want to have your own photo shown on the stream and then put up onto the wall behind me, just send them to my email address and I can do that. So we have Infinity W here, who sent in this. I'm going to guess that that's a Mahano loco of some sort. Let me try and get this in. What do you reckon? That looks Mahano-ish to me. I could be wrong, though. It could be Bachmann, I suppose, but it's very nice, and yes, I do like to see a few, well, I'm going to guess it's American, yeah, American locos on the layout, so that's very nice. Now, here's quite a cool one. Take a look at this. In fact, this one's from Colin Wykes, who was the winner of the last competition, so if I just show this, where are we? There we go. So look, he's a real fan, obviously. Not that I've got fans, you're all friends, aren't you? So we have the Bullman that he won last time. And then we have the beautiful N7, of course, from Oxford, which is obviously one of my favourites. And he's even got one of my Sam'sTrains mugs. There we go. So thank you for that, Colin. Thank you for plugging my mug in one of the streams. That's very good. And yeah, there we go. That just demonstrates really that, yes, the prizes do actually get sent. And strangely enough, that's one of the Ginties. I've given away one of those as well, although not to Colin, if I remember correctly. that would probably arouse some suspicions of cheating if Colin won every single giveaway I ever did. But no, that's very cool, so thank you for that, Colin. The Railway Guy 1405, now this was cool. You might not be able to see this from the long shot, but it seems it's not only Hornby that tried to create, well, not tried to create, that actually do create Coca-Cola themed trains and things. So there's one. There's an American diesel of some sort with the old Santa on the side there, as you can see, and the Coca-Cola branding. It's very cool. Model Railway Works, thank you very, very much for that. And yes, I'm going to enter you into the competition. Thank you for that. So yeah, I thought that was very cool. So thank you, Railway Guy 1405. There's your name. Ooh, for the world to see. Out of focus. Okay, never mind. So yeah, I thought that was pretty cool. And yes, let us know in the chat. Are you going to be getting the Hornby Coca-Cola train set? I think I might. It might make an interesting review. Yes. Be interesting. Leader, says the Ugly Duck Man. Really? Can I please have a shout out, says Anonymous Guy. Well, you're anonymous, but yes, you can have a shout out. Should I draw a mallard with custom listers for Sam'sTrains? Oh, do you mean like a custom nameplate or something? Or a livery maybe? Yes, please go for it. I would love to see that. And what was that? Oh, the Duke of Rawsome. He says, hey Sam, it's going great. Hope it's going great, rather. Just saying hi. Well, hi to you too, and thank you so much for the support. Yeah, I really do appreciate it, folks. Thank you very much. As I always say, you guys are helping me to continue to do what I love. And for that, I am really, really grateful. Charles Curtis, again. Oh, he says, hello, and thank you for another great stream. Thank you too, Charles. Blimey, that's very, very kind of you. And I'm glad you're enjoying it too. I always wonder whether people actually are or whether they're just being kind. And we have a new member. Welcome, Dancing Turtle 96. Thank you very much for joining, and be sure to check my the community section on my channel. You should be able to get access to all the behind the scenes stuff. And there's a few videos that show how I make reviews as well, if anyone's interested. And, I think I've already talked about those, but there we go, there you are on screen. Okay, so we have the train spotter from Targoranga. I think I said that right. So I assume this is from Targoranga. Let's give a close-up, see if anyone recognises it. There we go. We got it? Oh, I wonder if that's her there. Maybe. Cool, so thank you very much for that. Then we have John J, a bit of beautiful photography this. Look at that. Absolutely lovely. And just a close-up because I think it deserves it. Gwion Rhys Davis. Thank you very much for that. He says, you're getting a new computer, drop me a message, I'll be more than happy to help. Yeah, that's all right. In fact, I've built more than every computer I've already got. What the plan is basically is the computer that I use downstairs is very powerful. And but it's obviously, as a bit of a computerish nerd, I like to have as much power as possible. And producing videos is a good excuse because you need quite a bit of computer power. So I've decided I'm going to replace that one and build another one in October or something like that when I've got enough money. Train Fan 101. Sam, love the videos. I hope this will help you to keep the amazing videos. Thank you very much for that. I'm sure it will. And as always, I really appreciate the support. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to try and build a new computer for downstairs and then bring the downstairs one up here and replace this one here, which is quite a good PC, don't get me wrong. It's got 8 cores. It's an old AMD one. Not that old, 10 years old or so. But yeah, it doesn't like the streaming, as you can tell. And that's why I go out of sync occasionally. And in fact, I can't do anything else on this computer without it going out of sync, which means I have to get all the Instagram and all the super chats loaded before I start the stream. And even then it doesn't always work. Anyway, last but not least, we have Jack 100 with one of my favourite class of loco, and for that he also gets a close-up, so there we go. Golden Arrow, West Country class, or it might be a Battle of Britain, yeah. So thank you very much, folks, for that, and yes, as always, I love seeing where you've been, and I love seeing your models and your layouts and things, so do keep them coming and we'll keep looking at those on streams and things. Okay, so let's get to these requests then. So we had William Town, who wanted to see the Tornado, pulling some Pullman coaches as well as a Class 47. Then the Ugly Duckman wanted to see Bill and Ben with some goods. As you can see, they've got some bread, so they must be going on a picnic or something, which is a good thing to do on Summer's Day. And then Dancing Turtle, I think it was, wanted to see the Black 5 with some LMS coaches, as many as it can pull. I think I've probably been a bit unfair to it there. I think it can manage more than 4. But obviously we don't want to see it struggle too much. In fact, we know it thinking about it, it can actually manage quite a lot more than that, can't it? After that video with Henry I did. But either way, we're not looking to stress her out too much. It is a hot-ish day. Well, it is now. It wasn't to start with. Ooh. So there we have the 47. It's quite an old grumpy 47 that on the back of quite a modern Tornado. So whether that derails or not, we will have to wait and see. And then Bill and Ben going backwards. Go on, Bill and Ben, forwards you go. Yeah, they seem to work together a lot better. So I think I'm going to keep a very close eye on this train here. I think this is the one to watch if you like derailments, folks. Not that I'm hoping it will derail. I'm hoping it won't, obviously, but it's always foolish to hope that because it always goes wrong in the end, doesn't it? Oh, and we had Bill and Ben. I've missed them now. Oh, sorry, Bill and Ben. Hello. We will definitely get a shot of Bill and Ben in a second for you then. Right, I'm just a bit panicked that I can't see where the Black 5's gone, but I think he's just come out from behind me. Well, we can check. There we are, yes. Safe and sound. Very lovely. I do like that. It's only a railroad Black 5, would you believe? But yeah, it looks the part, doesn't it? Unless you look too closely, of course. But obviously in streams you don't look too close, so yes, it might not have been obvious. And Bill and Ben, there we go. There's a promised shot of Bill and Ben for you. There we go. So that's cool, we get more nice requests. In fact, some of my favourite engines, really. I love the Black 5, of course. Tornado's very awesome. And anything Thomas and Friends is good for me. So, yes, very, very nice. And great ideas as always, folks. We'll get onto some more of them later on for those who haven't seen their requests already. So, yeah, I mean, it's all running nicely. Don't think we've had any major derailments. I was expecting In fact, we better keep an eye on it, hadn't we? Because it's only done one lap, there's still time. Yeah, I was expecting some disaster from that, but it seems all right. Fun fact, the Tornado in LNER Green was my first locomotive, says BA Films. Wow. Well, that's quite a glamorous way to start the hobby, isn't it, don't you think? I need a Flying Scotsman train, Sam, please, says yours whenth Vicky. Well, I will think about Flying Scotsman, maybe, for a future giveaway, if that's something you'd like to see. I have noticed that Bill and Ben seem to be sticking quite close to the banking train there. I don't know if there's something they want from it. Maybe their picnic is incomplete and they're looking for some passengers, maybe, to have it with, or some jam or something to put with their sandwiches. I don't know. What am I talking about? Right, let's stop this Black 5 before it starts another lap. Come on, Black 5, you've done it, you've done it. Don't take your passengers beyond the station, otherwise they'll be cross. There we go. All right. And yeah, as predicted, it looks as though Bill and Ben and the Tornado train are literally going to arrive at the same time. There we go. So that worked out pretty cool. Yeah, let's bring that to a stop. And Bill and Ben, there we go. You can have your picnic now, you two, if that's what you're doing. I mean, there's an awful lot there, and I didn't really know that steam trains had picnics and things. But yeah, either way, have fun, and I'll come and take you off in just a second. Yeah, this happens sometimes. I talk to my engines. It's a bit strange, but you have to. It seems to boost the morale a little bit with them. So anyway, how's everyone doing then? Everybody enjoying the stream? I hope so. Blimey, Philip Page says his first loco was a Duchess of Montrose 3-rail. Oh, blimey, that must have been a Hornby Dublo one then, was it? Or Hornby Dublo. Lee Kerwin says, yes, please, to the Flying Scotsman giveaway. Yes, I have a feeling that might be popular. Okay, well, duly noted. I will definitely look into that for the next time. Some people are saying, Sam, I'm on holiday, says Adam Rushton. Very nice. Where are you? Hope you're having a nice time. Nathan Peach, my first train set was the Flying Scotsman. Ah, yes. It's a classic way to start, isn't it, that? What will happen if I become a member, Sam? Says Vauxhall Carnival. The world will explode. No, you'll get access to all the videos a day early, so you get early access. Let's see, you get you get an exclusive live stream every month that only members are allowed to go to, so that's quite exciting. Let's see, you get a free request per series of live streams. You get to use the emojis in the chat, the special Sam's Trains emojis. If there's any members watching, put some into the chat so that you can see them. There we go. You get a badge next to your name. Yeah, all little things like that. And as I say, it all just helps the channel out. So has anyone got any questions? We'll do a mini Q&A if that's what some people would like to do, because I do get lots of frequently asked questions. In fact, I'm thinking about maybe doing a frequently asked question video just to answer all the questions that get asked a lot, because there's some very good ones. A lot of you folks come up with some very, very good questions. I don't always know the answer. In fact, I rarely do, but if the ones that I do know the answers to, I can definitely make a video for, so that'd be cool. I tell you what though, there was something quite exciting I found online the other day. Now, in this hobby, it's not very often, right, that you get something for free, but I did do. I managed to get these for free. Are you ready? Now, you might be thinking, what the devil has he got there? So let me show you up close. So these are some tiny little N-gauge people. Now, admittedly, I didn't mean to buy the N-gauge people. I thought they were 00 and I made a mistake. But either way, they were free from wish.com. So check out wish.com if you haven't heard of them before. Now, obviously, there's a bit of a catch with them. Well, there's two catches, really. Let me try and get some of these out. It's like I'm trying to do some suspicious activity here, isn't it? There we go. Corpses falling out of a paper bag. Or plastic bag, rather. So, yeah, the first catch is that they're not particularly attractive. For example, this one's got a red face. Looks like some sort of thumb that's been painted, but goodness me, that one is terrifying. Yeah, that one is a demonic monster, I would say, so perhaps that's not a good one to start with. Oh, we've got Mr. Banana Pinhead here. Look at, oh blimey, what's happening there? Well, okay, these are worse than I thought. There we are, this one surely isn't too bad. Oh no, it is. It's got one giant mutant arm and then nothing on the other side. In fact, that one is Harley. In fact, is that its head or its feet? Look at that. So yeah, the catch is that they're utterly horrendous and like terrifying if you look too close. I suppose on the plus side though, oh that one looks reasonably humanoid, doesn't it? On the plus side though, as I say, they are free, so you can sort of put them in coaches and things and they disappear. Obviously they're not 100% free, you have to pay for postage, which is like £1 or £2. So it's up to you really whether it's worth it, but if you want some sort of fodder to fill up your layout with, you know, you wouldn't want to put them on the forefront of your layout. Look at this, hunchback. Yeah, for sort of, yeah, for crowds and things, they're not too bad. And for free of charge, you get 100 of them there, and I think there are some 001s available. But yes, you can imagine my bemusement when those came and I got to see the mutant monsters for the first time. And just to give you an idea of how tiny they are, here we are, if I put this woman in between my fingers, yeah. So, I mean, they look like, well, they look extremely unearthly a lot of the time, but yeah, I thought that would be quite interesting to talk about. Logan R says he's currently on holiday at the beach and I see a stout, bold man in a black suit and top hat in the distance. Should I go over and say hi? I wouldn't, generally speaking. He reminds me of one of these mutants, actually. You can imagine someone like that on the beach. Yeah, generally that's every caring parent's nightmare, so I certainly wouldn't do. Not that there's anything wrong with stout, bold men, and if there are any watching, I do apologise, but I'm sure even you would admit that having a child approach you on the beach would be inappropriate. So let's not go too far into that. Wow, those figures are terrible, says Ben. Yeah. Shall we have a look at a few more? We've got to, really, haven't we? Come on, little people, come out of the bag. Let's see if I can spot any really horrific ones. Although I think we've seen most of them. I saw one that is extending an arm. Here's one that's, oh, we've got a broken leg here. Oh, blimey. Yep, legs are not supposed to bend in that direction, but also the fact that it seems to be missing a head entirely probably suggests that that's not the most of its worries. It doesn't have a head, yet it does have hair painted on. So it's just a neck with hair and a broken leg. So that one's pretty horrendous. Man, these are awful. I was going to recommend them for putting in coaches and things, but I think unless you're creating a train that's going to hell, you probably wouldn't want to even do that. I suppose these are all right. We've got trousers on this one, which is a good thing. I mean, I say trousers, it's just like a blue feet with brown paint on them, I don't know. Anyway, that's enough of that. Yes, I'm starting to feel a bit ill for looking at those. But yeah, I mean, they're good for a laugh if you want to buy them for someone as a bit of a joke. It's not bad for free. They're all horrid, melt them all down, says William Town. You know, that's a good idea. We'll have to do that in a future video. Okay, very nice. Well, let's get on to some of these requests then. But I tell you what, this stream has been good for the terrifying stuff, hasn't it? Not only have we seen probably the most scary, terrifying Thomas face ever, we've also seen what people look like if they're put into a furnace and burned alive and have their legs broken and heads taken off and things. It doesn't bear thinking about, does it? Right. Let's have a look at some of these then. I don't know what I've done with my pen. Is it back there? Oh, it is. There we go. Oh, nearly had a pen hunt there. Sometimes I go on a pen hunt and it lasts a lot longer than it should. Takes a long time to find a pen sometimes. Right. So, Long Sight. That is somebody's name. I haven't just gone crazy. Wanted to see the Super D? Yes, I can definitely do that. Oh yes, and Lego Master 365. What shirt are you wearing? You're welcome for the plug. So there we go, that's the shirt I'm wearing. There's a link description you can, There's a link in the description you can buy them if you very much want to. I've tried to make these a little bit less embarrassing than the ones with the giant cows on them for obvious reasons. So hopefully some people, most people, not everyone I'm sure, will be a little less embarrassed to be seen in public with them, I would have thought. Okay, oh yes, sideways. You wanted to see Percy pulling some milk tankers. Oh, that's a good idea, with the Tidmouth one. Oh, and Queen Mary, yes. I put and QM, so we can certainly do that. A Class 47, Robert Osborne. Well, that's handy, because we've got the Class 47 out already. With goods, 47 plus goods. Right, folks, shall we go and arrange that then? Let's go and back down onto the track, and we'll see what we can do. So, let's see, shall we? Let's see how we can be highly economical with this. So, we need a Class 47 with goods. So what we'll do is, we'll sneak Bill and Ben off. There we go. And the sandwich train, I hope you finished your picnic, Bill and Ben, because you're being taken away from it now. And we'll put the Class 47 on that, just to save a bit of time. There we go. Mr. Class 47. I do actually have a Hornby Class 47, but this Lima one was a bit closer to hand at the time, so I popped that one on. But yes, I'll have to get the Hornby one going in a short while. Right, is that on properly? I don't think so. I think I'm about to derail these LMS coaches. Go on, Black 5, get out the way, love. There we go. Get a bit, actually, see, that's the problem with having slightly fat hands. They can derail things when you don't want them to sometimes. Right, that better? There we go. Quite a little goods train there for a big old Class 47, but that's okay. Okay, so Longsight wanted to see the Super D, so we'll do that. I will put the Super D on the LMS coaches, which I think is quite appropriate. They are. Yes, I think they were Midland region, weren't they? I think so. I hope so. Right, where are you, Super D? Yeah, that's a point. I've got to find it first. Right, well, it should be easy to find. Yep, there it is. The G2A. Because it's so very unusual. So yeah, you're absolutely right. They are unusual. And yeah, as an 080 tender engine, I think they're not 100% unique, because there's the Raven Q6 as well. But apart from those two, I can't think of any others. I don't know whether any of you folks can, but yeah, I can't think of any others besides that. And then Percy with the milk train. So that means Tornado, you've got to come off. Go on, bring the coaches back. There we go. Whoops. You won't have seen that, but yes, one of the coaches did burst off the track there. Oh dear. Never mind. After seeing those people, I don't think I can shock anybody, can I, with anything else? Ooh, what was that? Let me run, let me run. It was, oh, what a name. CSXNS Railfan donated $5, and I missed the message. Sorry about that, sorry about that. Thank you very much for the donation. He says, "Hi Sam, can you run a Great Western Prairie class with some goods?" Yes, I absolutely can. I will do my best to get around to that. If not today, then it will be first thing next week. But as I said earlier on, anybody that sends them, don't worry about when you send them. I will definitely get around to them. I apologise if it doesn't happen on the same stream, but if it doesn't, then it will happen first thing on the next one. Okay, Percy, where are you, Percy? Percy, come on, somebody's asked to see you. Come on, there we go. Oh, I'll tell you what though, I'm going to have to find some milk wagons now, aren't I? Right, well, I think I know where the Queen Mary is, so that should be nice and easy. And if anyone hasn't seen my Queen Mary review, you might be quite amazed by this. Look at the size of that for a brake van. Definitely the biggest I've ever seen. So there we go. You just wait there, Queen Mary. Entertain these people while I go and look for some milk. Right, I think I might have more than one Tidmouth milk van. Or do I? Yes, I do, yeah. Some of them are Esso. And obviously if you gave Esso to somebody to drink and told them it was milk, I think you'd be locked away, wouldn't you? But no, I don't think I'll do that. So here we go. Now obviously Percy's not a mighty engine, he's only a little 040, so I don't want to give him too much milk to carry, because if he derails and spills it, then the loft will smell for a long time, so I don't want to do that. But we'll bring at least one of the big milk vans, there we go, like that, because at least then Percy will feel special. Are you ready then, Percy? There's a lot of milk here, I hope you're up to this. Alright, we'll put the big one at the front then. Here's some of the Tidmouth ones as requested, and then here's quite an interesting, I'm sure it is interested, it looks interested, doesn't it? Are you ready to be in the running session? It says independent milk supplies, and it's interesting because it's got the 3 axles on it. There we go. Yeah, I'm not 100% well today. Got a bit of a sore throat, and as you can tell, my brain isn't working quite as it normally does. Not that I'm normally much of a genius, but I normally make a bit more sense than I have done today. But either way, I hope people still enjoy themselves. Oh, blimey. Right, what was that? I'm not going to miss it this time. It was Logan. A request from a while ago, can you do Oliver and Duck double head, a passenger train of Great Western chocolate and cream coaches with a towed brake van at the back? Yes, Logan, I can certainly do that. And thank you very much for your generosity there. That is very kind of you. And yes, I will certainly get around to that. As I say, if not today, then straight away next time, next episode. And I will write them down so I won't even have to remember, just to save it, well, just to make me forgetting an impossibility, put it that way. And the Super D then, which is a very, very good idea. There we are. And the Class 47 with its frankly slightly pitiful sized goods train, but it is still a goods train nonetheless. There we go. Okay, so thank you very much to Longsight, Sideways and Robert Osborne for those requests. As always, very, very good. Let's take a look at those then, shall we? Oh, we just missed the Queen Mary. Well, no, we saw the Queen Mary. The rest of the train we missed, unfortunately. And the Super D. Fantastic. I'll tell you what, folks. It's looking unlikely now that we'll get time for any tank engines, but that's okay. That's okay. I'd rather do this. To be honest, the tank engines thing was just in case nobody sent in any requests, and then at least I would have something to do rather than just sit and do nothing. But no, thanks to you all. I'm not having to do that, so that's very good. And Percy, I must say, I underestimated him because he's hauling those, well, the milk train more than easily. So, Percy, you can keep your job of delivering the milk in the morning if you like. You seem to be doing it extremely well. And there's the Super D, or the G2A. Very good model, that one. Yep, seems to run very nicely too. And there's the 47. A lot of bread in transit on the layout today, isn't there? But that's okay. I'm quite the bread fan, I must say. And here comes Percy again for his second lap. Shall we see what sort of speed Percy can do? Go on, Percy, give it some. Let's see if we can make a milkshake, shall we? There we go. Ooh, gosh, Percy. Whoa. I might have overdone it now. I might have ended up getting some spilt milk. Although you would have to be particularly insane to fill milk wagons with actual milk, wouldn't you? But I'm sure some might do it. Now let's be honest, it's likely to be me, isn't it? But I won't say a word. There we go. So never say that Percy's not a speedy engine, because he certainly is. But Percy's Season 1 theme... Oh, put Percy's Season 1 theme over this. Unfortunately, I don't want to get sued by Mattel, but if I could, I would. Because milk is light and Percy is small. Yeah, exactly. And he's doing well. Hi Sam, says Harry Steer. Hi to you too. Say Sam, how has the coach with the added weight been running? It's been running fine. I can't say that it's derailed ever since I made that video on it. Although, I don't know if it's been in any videos since then. But, well, the weights are still on it. I'll put it that way. None of the weights have dropped off. And I thought they might. But no, as I said in that video, they really are good weights. And it seems to take a lot more than the strength I've got to knock them off. So the way I would put it is, if you put those weights onto a model, they're not coming off again unless you want to get them off. Put it that way. They don't tend to come off by mistake. Alright, there we go. So thank you folks for those requests, and I think there is just enough time, isn't there, to do a handful more. So we will do the next 3, and to anyone else who's got them sent in, I have not forgotten you, I promise. And after the stream I'll write them down and we'll get to them. Okay, let's find out. Let's find out who it was. So we've done Robert Osborne. Let's have a look. Okay, so Merlin, I'll say your full name now and then I'll just call you Merlin from then on. So it's Merlin10777. He says, I love your vids, Sam, keep them up. As for my request, can you run a Class 35 High-Mech with a Black 5, well, she's popular today, and some BR Mark 1 coaches? Yes, I can certainly do that. So let's see, let's break this down. A 35, Black 5, and some Mark 1s. Yes, hopefully those Blood and Custards will be alright for you. I don't really know if they are Mark 1s. I think they are. Nova Blaze, no request. Lee Kerwin, you can have one. Can you run Mallard, Flying Scot or Tornado? Yes, I'll do that. We can bung Tornado on again for you. Oh, that's a bit boring, isn't it? That's a bit boring. Let's do Mallard. Let's do Mallard for Lee. There we go. And... okay, Train Dude 456, you get the last one of the day. He says, good day, Sam. Good day. I don't know if I read this out before. But he says, can you show the Berkshire locomotive? Ah, yes, he did. And the S100 Army tank acting as the banker. Yes, I can. So that's Train Dude. The Berkshire. You know what you've done there, don't you? And the S100. You've given me 2 locos which don't have the same coupling on them. So that is going to be fun, I dare say. But I think I've got a way around it. So if you tried to confuse me, it worked. Don't get me wrong, it worked. But I reckon I've got a way to sort it out, and I'll show you what I've done. Right, let's take these off. Do I need to take these off? No, actually, we can leave these on, can't we? Yes, they will act as a nice train for something else. And we also need to have... right, so we'll get rid of the Class 47 train and we'll put the Mark 1s back on there. And then how about this for a travesty? We'll put Mallard on with the LMS coaches for Lee. And hopefully Lee's not overly interested in realism, otherwise he might hunt me down and do me some damage, but hopefully not. All right. Well, since those coaches are ready, we can put Mallard on, and then Mallard can take those coaches out of the way and save me knocking them off with my fat hands. And I better put this Class 47 out the way too, hadn't I, just in case I stamp on it. That's my, I wake up some nights in a fever dream, having dreamt that I've stomped on a loco during a live stream. It's the worst fear because there's no hiding it, is there, if it happens live? And then everyone would say, "Ah, I told you, you shouldn't be on the carpet." Whoa, I don't think she's on right. So yeah, that's the one thing you can never do if you advocate running on the carpet. The moment you stamp on a loco, I think people will jump down your throat. But luckily, as I say, I never have, which is, I know, tempting fate horribly. But yes, we'll try not to. Okay, so we want the high mech. Where is the high mech? I love the high mech. I love a modern high mech. I don't know if there is... there must be, mustn't there, surely? A modern Class 35. Surely Dapol must have made one at some point. I'll have to look it up, because I do like them, and it seems silly to only have the old Hornby one, although obviously there's certainly nothing wrong with that. Oh, no, I've done that wrong. No. This train needs the Mark 1s, so we'll do that. And of course the Black 5. And then we've got the interesting situation. Oh, I'll tell you what, yeah, we're going to have to take these off anyway, because we want, yes, we want my special wagons, which I know sounds ominous, but I'll show you what I mean. Okay, so I've actually got a box of American rolling stock. If I just go and get it, here it is. I think this is what we want. Right. So what we've got is a KD coupler. Oh, this is going to get complicated, I think. We've got a KD coupler, or what I think is a KD coupler, on the Berkshire. And then obviously we've got this sort of Hornby style hook and loop coupler on the S100, or the USA dock tank. So I'm going to somehow have to convert one coupling to another throughout the train. And for that, as I say, I've got this this box of wagons. So let's have a look. Whoa! And I've not put the Berkshire on very well because she's come straight off on the points. Is that better? I think that's better. Right, so that's got KDs on it. That one's got KDs on it. That one has got the wrong type. It's got like the horn coupling on it. That's got KDs on it. And that, as you can see, has got a KD and then a Hornby coupling on the other end. It's a bit of a botch job. I think I just epoxied it on in the end, but I'm hoping it will work all right. So it's not going to be a very long train. So I would have thought, you know, a Berkshire wouldn't need any help with it. Certainly doesn't need another smaller engine at the back, because the Berkshire would probably haul trains, oh, I don't know, what do you reckon, 200 times the length of this in real life? I don't know. It would be insane, wouldn't it? It would be an insane amount. Although, were they passenger locos? I'm not 100%. Oh well, oh well. I never claim to do things realistically, do I? I think if I did, I would be leached, wouldn't I? Okay, so now we just need the S100, or Rosie, as some people know her. And whether or not they're going to run at the same speed, I'm not 100% sure, but we'll find out. There we go. Well, the coupling's slightly at the wrong height, and again, that's why I call it a bit of a botch job. But they are at least going in the same direction, which is good. Oh yes, the USA dock tank's going a bit faster. I reckon that's going to result in a bit of a derailment, folks, but never mind. If I've learnt anything, there are some little ones out there that enjoy the derailments, I think, so I won't complain too much if it happens. And I tell you what, if it happens and I can't get to it in time, I'll have no choice but to let it unfold, and I'll make sure you see it if I can. Okay, but for now, let's get these Mark 1s on. Apologies for me stretching out my body in front of the camera. Not a very nice thing to have to look at, I know. And let's pop these on. Okay. Did he say how many Mark 1s? I don't think so. Just a rake. Okay. Are these Mark 1s? I hope so. I think they are, but then again, look what thought did. Let's put 4 of them on, shall we? Or 5, I've got 5, but might as well put them all on. And then we'll see this derailment, shall we? Well, I'm pretty sure there will be a derailment. If there isn't, then it's a happy occurrence. Okay, go on then, Hymek and Black 5. Mallard, I'll start her off just out of shot. And just keep your fingers crossed for the American train. Fingers crossed, nothing will go wrong. I'm sure it will though, I'm sure it will. Okay, let's have a look. Where are we? There we go. Yeah, the Berkshire's quite slow. I don't know why really, but it is. The problem is the USA dock tank at the back there is going way faster. As you can see, she's really pushing. And not only is the coupling at a bit of a dodgy height, but yeah, being pushed by another engine from behind isn't always a great thing. But on the plus side, Mallard seems to be working well. Looking, I don't know actually, that looks alright to me with the maroon LMS coaches. I don't think it will look alright to people who really know what they're doing, but yeah, I don't think that's too bad, do you? That's alright. Oh, see you, Rawsome, the Duke of Rawsome. Have a nice night. There you go. You get away from me as well if you're still there. Sam, that isn't a Class 35. Isn't it? No, it isn't. You're right. Ah, how embarrassing. Stop, stop. That's not a Hymek. Get away from here, you horrible Hymek imposter. The funny thing is, I know that's not a Hymek, that's a Class 22 or a Class 29, isn't it? Oh, well done, thank you for pointing that out. Not that I know where the Hymek is. Oh, I do. Ugh, honestly, what am I like? I told you. You see, that's the good thing. When you're not 100%, you can blame it on some sort of illness, can't you? I don't normally have that luxury. Well, there we go. You got an extra request out of me there. There we are. That's a Hymek. I mean, you can sort of see why I got them mixed up. They're not dissimilar, are they? Although, of course, it looks... The ends are completely different. Right, is that on the track? I'm not sure. Let's try. Go on. Needs warming up a bit. The Black 5's having to shove it along. Right, who was that? AJ Finley Jr. Sir, sorry, I shouldn't call you AJ. I should call you Sir AJ. Very nice to hear from you again, my friend, and thank you very much for the support. You will be entered into the Drummond 700 class competition. And good luck, of course, good luck. So there we go, there's the Hymek. And did you see that? It wasn't working very well to start with, was it? It was really sort of struggling along. But yes, it's much better now. There we go, look at that. I don't think I've ever had a Hymek running alongside Mallard before. I don't suppose they'll stay together for very long. None of my engines ever seem to, really. Never mind. Well, that was very good. Thank you for those requests, folks. And I apologise for making a mistake with the Hymek. But either way, thank you for pointing it out. Whoever it was, I didn't even see who it was, either way. That's better, says Ben. Was it you, Ben, that pointed it out? If it was, thank you. You've saved me embarrassment. Or in fact, no, you caused me embarrassment. I might have gotten away with it otherwise, but I'm glad you did. Yes, Flying Scott, you are quite right. He says, to be fair, Sam, they are both diesel hydraulics. Yeah, that's true. They are. There we go. That's what I thought. Yes, that's what I thought. What's your opinion on Smoky Joe, as I might buy one? If you get one from Hatton's, I think they're less than 20 quid or something, aren't they? In which case you really can't go wrong. But the only thing is, in terms of value for money, it's all downhill from there, because it doesn't get much better than less than 20 quid for a decent loco with a lot of die-cast on it. But yes, it's for a beginner, it's fantastic. And even for someone who's not a beginner, but is definitely a child at heart, like me, it's a great model, yeah, it's very good. Cool, so there we go, thank you for those requests. Here we have the Class 35 / Class 22 / Class 29, or whatever you want to call it. Again, I apologise for the slight cock up there. Come on then, Mallard, you're dragging your feet a bit to say you're the world's fastest steam locomotive. There we go. Ah, nice and quiet, there we go. Well, there we go. We've certainly seen it all today, haven't we? Lots of diesels, American locos, British steam. Yeah, very nice. Quite a lot to tidy up as well, but that's all good fun. I certainly don't mind that. Well, folks, I think that is basically it for today. I will just do a few more chatty things, so if there's anyone in the chat that wants a shout out still, do let me know, and I can certainly do that. Oh, and Shining Time 4, thank you very much for that. Your new Class 52 hauling a passenger train and a 4MT tank engine banking. That's a very good idea, Shining Time 4. Thank you for the support as always, and I will do that next time. There's plenty to do next time now, and I will certainly get onto that. You missed my donation, says Argon Music. Did I? I'll tell you what though, now that we're at the end... Oh, is that you perhaps? Let's just double check. Oh no, that was Shining Time 4. Well, I'll tell you what, because we're at the end, I will go through everybody. So if I did miss you, first of all, very, very sorry. Yes, I did miss you. Yes, I did miss you. But, oops, it's not loading now. Oh dear. But I will read you out now. Okay, so here's a massive, massive long list. It is quite a long list. Thank you again for everyone's generosity, of everyone that sent Super Chats today, who are all entered to win the wonderful Drummond 700 class, which is brand new, by the way. I don't think I said that. Although maybe it's not now that I've opened the box. But yeah, as you can see, never been out of the box, and I'm not going to take it out of the box. I'm not even going to test it. Well, I suppose I could test it. The winner will have to decide. If the winner would like the pleasure of taking it out of the box for the first time, then I won't test it, and we'll just have to cross our fingers and hope that Hornby have got their act together on the quality control, or if the person that wins it wants me to test it, I can do. I'm not saying I can't be bothered to test it. Okay, so Lee Kerwin, Jason Biggs, Phil Jackson, Brendan UP 1995, any name gamer 12345. Dancing Train Turtle 96, Scuba Dubert, I still love that name, that's very, very good. Brandon UP 1995, William Town, The Ugly Duckman, Dancing Turtle 96, Long Sight, Lego Master 365, Jasper Topham, Sideways 66779, RWS NWR 12. I love that name as well, that's almost perfectly designed to trip me up, that one. But no, thank you very much to you nonetheless. Robert Osborne, Merlin 10777, Lee Kerwin, Nova Blaze, Lee Kerwin again, AZ Rail, Matt Ovell, Train Dude 456, Ernan Fred, William Town, Colin Wykes, Model Railway Works, Duke of Rawsome, Charles Curtis, Guion, Rhys Davis. I'm very, very sorry about that. I almost certainly said that wrong. But either way, thank you for your suggestion. Thank you for your offer for help on the computer and for the super chat. I will, well, drop me an email if you want to know what the specs of the computer are. I haven't decided right now, because if I decide on all the parts, I'll end up wanting to buy them, and I can't afford to right now. Well, I can, but obviously you want to have the money ready rather than take it out of your savings or something. So yes, I'm trying to be as good as I can, and fingers crossed I'll be able to get it before too long. Okay, anyway, let's not keep going on about the computer. I know, most people aren't bothered. Train Fan 101, yes, I did read that one out. CSXNS Railfan, yes, thank you to you. Logan R, I think I read that one, yes. And Argon Music, you're the one I missed. Very, very sorry for missing you, but as you know, I never miss anybody because I go through at the end. Can you do the Helgen Western on a goods train with the Queen Mary Breakband, please? And yes, she's here, look. I will get that set up next stream for you, and I will certainly do that. So definitely tune in, and you'll get a big shout out then, and I will do your request for you there. Sir AJ Finley Jr., thank you to you, and Shining Time 4, who interestingly also asked for the Class 52. So she's popular already for next episode. And with that, that is everybody. So thank you all very, very much for your support. It's been crazy today, overwhelming almost. Thank you all so much for that. Well, I'll tell you when the next stream is. So the next stream is going to be on the 23rd of June, so a little over a month away. No, sorry, a little under a month away, rather. And so yeah, hopefully you will have a nice time until then. Obviously, in the meantime, lots of other videos still to come. Next week, for example, I've got a Bachmann Steam Loco review coming, and also another American Loco. So for the Americans out there, that one's for you. Hope you enjoy it. For the time being, though, I think that's just about it. I will do a couple more shout-outs just for anyone that wants one. Spicy the King, for example, there you go. Kenna Beck, please give me a shout-out. Victor Muggeridge says, shout-out, Sam, in capital letters. Better get that keyboard fixed. Mike J. Our guy says, hi, Sam. Sadly, I must go now. Okay, that's all right, says Eureka Dude. I hope you enjoyed yourself. Spicy the King says, can you say hi to my dog named Jax? Yes, I can. Hello, Jax. If you can understand this, be a good dog. There we go. Slightly surreal, but that's all right. Rob Arnold, thank you for the great stream, and thank you for your support, Rob. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. Ask Samantha, much planned for this summer? not a terrible amount. I've got some interesting videos to come. You won't believe some of the videos that I'm going to be filming tomorrow. I won't give you any more than that because I want them to be a surprise, but it should be interesting. Logan Duck Thomas, #1 best. Can I please have a shout out? Yes, you can. Raymond Hatton. Are you any relation to Christine Hatton? That's close to our due date out of here. Hope I can catch it. Oh, okay, no problem. Well, there's going to be more anyway. There's going to be 5 in total, so I hope you can catch a few of them. Alexandra Zagara, yes, you can have a shout out. Jurassic Parks 1993, can I have a shout out, please, Sam. Can you do a Goods Master review, says Smeds MTB and stuff? Yes, I could look into that. That's a good idea. Have a nice day, Alan. Thank you very much. BR Black Terrier Productions, shout out. There you go. Mad Gamer 141, bye, Sam. Mr. Scarlowy, I hope you're having a wonderful day as well. I certainly am. It's getting very hot up here. I don't know if you can see it in my face, but it feels hot. It feels hot. Harriet Todd Hunter, William Town. Honestly, don't be so offensive. I love cheese and your channel, says Alexandra Zagara. Well, that's good. If there's anyone else that agrees with that, let us know. When Sam says interesting videos, that's a hint for run. Yes, that's true. You should run if I say something's going to be interesting. Or check it out, just in case it's not terrifying and interesting. There you go. All right, folks. Well, Adam Rushton, there you go. Sadly, no, says Raymond Hatton. Oh, never mind. You don't get massive discounts then. Ah, that's a shame. Alexandra Zagara, I love cheese. Okay, so before this conversation spirals out of control with cheese-related topics, thank you all for watching, thank you for your support, and I will see you, when was it, on the 23rd of June. Alright folks, well until then, enjoy the channel, enjoy the videos, have a really, really nice summer, because it's going to be summer, isn't it, by the time June comes around. And again, thank you for your company, thank you for watching, and before I just start endlessly thanking people, we'll see you next time. Alright, cheers folks. Hey folks, thank you all very, very much for joining me for yet another stream. I hope you enjoyed that one. This series is going to be on all sorts of different Sundays over the summer, so do keep a close eye on my social media and my YouTube channel for the date of the next stream. But for now, thank you all for watching once again, have a great week, and I will talk to you all very soon. Cheers everybody.